Sup? Hold on. There we go. My lo-fi hip-hop. Yay. Dude, jeez. Okay. It's been a minute. It's been like 4 days since my last stream, which was not intentional. At all. I meant to stream yesterday, and then I meant to stream like 2 hours earlier than I'm doing so right now today, but yeah. Hold on, let me turn this up. Okay. Anyways, it's like I don't stream for like 3 days, and then I lose all my vigor, all of my my rationale, all of my... I can't do it anymore. Let me drink this. Anyways. Yes. I didn't stream for like 4 days, which was not intentional. After the last stream, the next 2 days of not streaming, that was intentional, because I was working on this. Also, I was working on my live 2D model, which, look at the top left, it's at 25% now. I'll show off a little bit of what it looks like later, maybe when there's some people in stream. But I meant to stream yesterday, but well, what was it? Yeah, yesterday. I meant to stream yesterday, but instead I went to my grandparents for a little bit, and then afterwards I was gonna stream when we came back, but I share a room with my brother, and my brother was still in bed, and it was like 6 p.m. He slept the entire day. He was like in bed for 24 fucking hours. And if I dare like make a noise while he's asleep, you guys would probably hear him getting real mad at me, which is it's very fun. Yippee! And then I meant to stream at like 2 p.m. today, but the same deal. He was still in bed. I don't know what the hell is wrong. He was like in bed for 36 hours, and he just like woke up, and I told him, can I just do my thing? Can you like leave the room? Thankfully, he didn't put up much of a fight there. So now I'm finally streaming. If I had my own room, I'd probably stream like 6 times a week. It's dead ass. Like, that's probably the only reason why I don't. Why sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to stream. It's because I share a room, and this kid does not leave ever. I don't know what the hell he does. Anyways, right now we're still working on. Remember when I said I would get this project done like a month ago? God, I really didn't anticipate this would take so long. I mean, it's not like I'm only working. If I was only working on this, and I was putting like 12 hours on this every single day, then sure, yeah, obviously this would have been done by now. But I'm not. I'm working on the live 2D model. I'm working on the other streams, the videos for the other streams, the shorts, alongside I was doing commissions for other people and stuff like that. So I couldn't just focus on this project, but because of that, now this project is taking way too long, which kind of is a little bit annoying. But you know, it is what it is. I will say that I'll maybe show it if anyone comes into stream later, but I will say that the live 2D model so far, I actually really like it. So far I've only finished the face for the most part. I have to fix the face a little bit because I need to add the scar over my eye alongside the making my left, I guess it would be my right eye if it's, I'm talking about like viewing from my angle, but from your perspective it would be my left eye. That one needs to be like, I wanted to do a thing where it's like, you know how like blind characters in anime or in cartoons like Toph or something, they have like that Cadillacs or whatever the hell it's called, or they have like they have that like very faded look in their eye to signify that they're blind. I wanted to do that for the eye that has the scar on it, the eye that has the what's it called? The eye patch. So I need to do that, add the scar, and then also add in the hat and the eye patch as toggable things. But that would be it for the face. But I would also have to do the hair. Done with life, yo. Sorry I didn't stream the last 2 days. I meant to. Things got in the way, and also my brother didn't leave. He just slept in bed for 36 hours, and I couldn't make a noise streaming. Otherwise, he'd get very angry, and then you would all hear it on stream, and that'd be clipped and put on live stream fails. So I meant to stream earlier. I even meant to stream earlier today. It's right now, it's 4:30 EST my time. I meant to stream like 2.5 hours ago at my usual 2 p.m. EST time. But that didn't happen still, because he was still in bed. But hopefully, at this rate, I'm just going to say fuck it. And from now on, even if he's asleep, I'll just hope that he doesn't scream at me and you guys all hear on stream. I'll just try to stream I'll try to stream like 5 times a week, 2 p.m. EST my time. Because that seems to be... Because when I look online and people are like, oh, how do you grow as a streamer? It's like, you gotta have like consistency, right? So if you stream like 2 times this week at completely different random intervals, and then 3 times this other week at completely random intervals, people are not going to know. So I want to try to make the 2 p.m. EST 5 days a week thing the thing. But I think you already saw this done with life, but let me show you, or make a I will. Okay, I will make a Discord. I'll make it very soon. But first, before I make the Discord, I should finish this. Yo, look at this. Look, the thing I'm basically stealing from. No, I'm joking. I mean, the eyes and the mouth are kind of similar, but I didn't trace. I just liked how his face looked, so I stole it a little bit. But look how cool this looks. I'm actually really happy with how this is looking so far. And you can, well, I'm sort of like covering it a little bit. I wonder if I can move myself. Tuber. Here. You can kind of see I have got like so many layers already on the side. So that's going to be kind of crazy. But yeah, I love how this is looking so far. And then here, look at the mouth. You can do this. So this is what the mouth might look like when it's like opened. I'll have to like mess around with that. Maybe add a little bit of line art like on the top and bottom potentially as well. Of course, some of this is going to just be fixed when doing the rigging as well. But yeah, like I made sure to make like, let's see, where's the eye? Where's the eye? The right eye? No, that's the wrong one. See, I have so many layers. Jeez. Left eye is the one I want to go to. So left eye. I have so many. So I have left eye. I have this little bit of skin. I have the eye bag. I have the lower eyelid, lower eyelashes, eye corner even, eyelid. I have the highlight just on that little thing. The brow shadow. So this. The eyebrow. And that's all. Look at how much shit I have to separate just for that. That's not even the actual iris part. Where's the iris? I have that as a whole separate layer with like 10 different things in it. I have the base here, the eyeball, but then in the eyeball I have the bottom light, the shade, the swirl thing, the iris itself, the highlight. I even separated out the different highlights. So I have this highlight here, and then this highlight here, and then I have this frame here. So, and I have to do all of that. So that way when I throw it into the Live 2D program, which is where you animate this entire thing, so you can finally give it life when you have the face tracking and whatnot, I have to separate all of this stuff out so that way it can all move on its own and it's not going to be attached. Because if everything was one single layer, it can't animate that at all. It's not going to work. But yeah, I like this. I like this so much so far. But it's still gonna take a little while. But hey, we're finally at I feel like the quarter mark. That's why at the top left of my stream right now, you can see progress to Live 2D model. I set it to now 25%, because I think I'm like 25% there. So once I finish this entire thing, then I can change that to say 50%, because then the last 50% would be actually animating it. But yeah, it's pretty, it looks cool. Thank you, Down with Life. Yeah, it looks awesome so far. I really like how it looks. I'm super excited. I'm gonna try my best. This is gonna be a shorter stream today. I'm only gonna stream for maybe like 2 hours, working on the Toon Boom animation that I was doing. But the reason for that is so that I can focus, because it's a little hard, honestly, to do this this VTuber model on stream, I have to like really focus in, and I have to look at different tutorials. And also I was looking at this thing too. This is not mine, this is someone else's, but it was someone else's live 2D model that they graciously just like put out for free, so that you can like look at it and like see the different layers and rig it. So I was trying to look at this one because the next thing I need to do is the bangs. So I'm looking at the bangs on this and looking at all the different layers and seeing how this person separated out their different artwork for the bangs. Because look at this, you have to separate all these things out. Look at how many different things needs to be separated out, yo. It's crazy. So I'm looking at stuff like that, so that way when I do it here, I won't accidentally fuck it up. But yeah, I'm gonna say my hope here is that this model will hopefully be done. What's today? Today's July 21st. I mean, then again, I say stuff like this, and I'm still working on that animation that we're doing on stream today. And I said I would finish that like 3 weeks ago. So clearly, don't take my word for when things will be completed. However, my hope. To be fair, I did finish this entire face in a single day, so that is, and I started it late in the day too, so maybe, who knows. My hope is today is the 21st. I want to finish this by like maybe like the first week of August, like maybe by like the 7th or 8th of August. I think that's where I want to be. I think I can get it done by then, maybe. We'll see, right? Like the line art, or not the line art, the creation of this artwork here, it seems I'm doing okay. The hair might be a little bit annoying to deal with, but if I just spend the rest of today working on that, maybe I can crank that out. And then like honestly, like the rest of the face is the hardest part, and I've already basically finished it, right? Like the only thing I need to do is like I need to add the scar here and then make this eye here a little bit like that faded blue that you've seen before. And then of course I need to add the eye patch and the hat after the fact. But besides the rest of the stuff I have to do with the face, once the face is and the head is completely done, all the stuff including the hair, the eye patch, the hat, and all that, the rest of this is not going to be that much to do necessarily. I don't have to separate everything out into 50 billion pieces for other parts here, because realistically you're not going to see the other parts a whole lot. That doesn't mean I'm gonna like not rig, and like the hands, I'll make the hands a little bit 3D. Like you'll see the different fingers as I move and stuff like that. You know, I'll definitely, and you know, the shell backpack, but it's not gonna be as complicated as the face. So as soon as this top part is done, I feel like it's gonna be really quick to get the rest of it done, and then we'll see how long it takes to do the rigging. But hey, I am an animator. I do know how animation works and all that, so maybe the rigging won't be so bad. Maybe it won't take so long. But anyways, that is a little look at where I'm at. I'm finally getting around to finishing this darn thing. Excited? You don't even understand how excited I am. I'm so ready. Listen, I like the little tuber thing I've got right now. Look at him bouncing his little head up and down. But it looks so amateurish. We need the full thing. As soon as we have the full like actual thing ready to go, oh, it's gonna look so good. Anish24, how you doing? Damn, you just missed. I showed off parts of my my live 2D model that I was working on. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna show it for half a second because I think it looks cool. Oh wait, shit. Now it's not doing it. Where is it? Here, Anish. I'm going to show this for just a minute, and then I'll go back to this because I do need to work on this. But I was showing off a little bit of this live 2D model I was working on yesterday. I basically have almost the entire head completed. The face is basically completed. And then later after stream, I'm going to work on the hair. But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, go back. Go back. I need to work on the line art. But I am excited. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm more excited than you are. I'm more excited than you are even about this. Oh, also, I don't know if I'll be able to get into it, but I did send an application thing. They said that it's fine. You know, you don't have to. Let me see if I can find it. There was this play this agency, or I don't know what it is. This thing called Luminara, and they're doing this VTuber chess tournament on August 9th. And they said like any size, any skill level can join, and they might send out things. I don't know if I'll be able to actually get in. I sent my thing yesterday night to join it, but you know, we'll see if I'll get passed up or if I actually get to be in a part of it. But I was thinking to myself too, it's like, wait, that's August 9th, right? What if I can finish my live 2D model by then? Am I good at chess? No, not really. I know how to play it. I've known how to play it since I was a little kid, but I'm not very good at it. I'm not like some others that like have really sunk time into it. But I do know how to play the game at least, which is really more than enough for this little chess tournament. But like I said, I don't know if I'll get in. We'll have to wait and see if I received a DM or email, whatever the hell they choose to contact the people with. But I was also thinking the tournament is August 9th, and if it's August 9th, I just said to you guys that I'm hoping to get the live 2D model done by like August 8th. So my hope is that if I can get into this little chess tournament and I have my live 2D model done for it, that would be sick. That would be kind of dope. I don't know how the pieces move. I gotta be the top 5%. Yeah, Joe, exactly. But I know that the prawn, he's like a little shrimp. He moves up one. So I'm clearly in the top 5% of the world. I checked my chess.com because they're using chess.com for that chess tournament. And I checked my account because I had an account, but I checked and I have literally only 8 games in chess.com. So I don't even have enough to get like a full-on rating, I think. The last game it said that I played on chess.com was from 2023, so it's been a hot minute. Do you know En Passant? No, that's a move, I assume. Dude, I don't know the names of any of these moves. This is what I'm saying, is I know how to play the game, but that's about it. It's a special pawn capture in chess where a pawn can capture an opponent's pawn that has just moved 2 squares forward from its starting position, landing directly beside the capturing pawn. Okay, interesting. There's so many. I know there's a way in chess. I know there's a way in chess where you can win technically in like 2 moves. It's like you have to like watch out for it. But I've seen that like Jay Schlatt clip from a few years back where he was like super confident. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this person, and he accidentally did the 2 moves he's not supposed to. That sets him up to lose in 2 moves, which is crazy to think about, that you can lose chess in literally 2 moves. But apparently that's a move. I should study that move so that if I do get to do the chess tournament, that would be funny. But yes, anyways, the point being is I saw that they announced that like yesterday or the day before. I was like, ooh, and there's not like a you don't have to have like 50,000, YouTube subscribers or be a savant at chess to join. I should join, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. It'd also be nice because I could even network with people, because I want to get to know more VTubers. Yeah, so then maybe one day I can even collab with some more VTubers, because I've only collabed with one person on stream so far, and the person was mute the entire time. The person didn't talk, so it would be fun to actually have like someone that I could actually be able to talk to on stream, as opposed to the person just being mute. But it did make for a funny stream, because that person just had to communicate with a trombone the entire time in that game peak. So it did kind of make for a little bit of a funny moment, but still, it would be nice to actually collab with people that can speak. But anyways, that's what's going on, guys. I also mentioned this earlier on stream. Done with I've already heard, but Enish, I'm gonna really try to do my best to stream from now on at 2 p.m. EST, and I've been trying to do that, but it was kind of difficult the last few days because I don't have my own room, I have to share it with my brother, and sometimes he'll just sleep the literal entire 24 hours of the day, and if I make a noise, things go awry. But I'm just gonna say fuck it anyways, and try to stream at 2 p.m. EST, at least like 4 times a week, but it would be nice to do 5. Anyways, how am I doing this Doki Bird? Oh yeah, also guys, I finished the Pippa one from last time. I did say I would finish it, I did say she's done, so that one's finished. And actually I like this one the most so far. I think this one looks the best. It's not bad. So that one's done. I have 5 of them fully finished now. So I just have 2 more, but goodness gracious. I really did not mean for this project to take... Initially I wanted to finish this project before the end of June. We're coming near the end of July, and I'm still not done with it. So, whoopsies. But to be fair, this wasn't the only project I was working on. I was working on, you know, the live 2D model. I was working on other animation commissions and other shit. By the way, the last time I streamed was on the 29th. Damn! Whoa, that was like almost a month ago. Oh shit. I really wanna get this stuff like working. I've been on YouTube even. I don't know if any of you guys follow or like subscribe to me on YouTube, but on YouTube and even TikTok, I've been uploading a new short every single day for the last like 3 weeks now, just from streams and stuff, because I just want to make this kind of work. Also, I do feel that's why I need to really get this live 2D model done soon. Not like it's gonna hinder it too much, but I feel like those shorts might do better if they actually see a cool moving model, or, you know, like the other big streamers, an actual face cam, as opposed to just a shitty little PNG moving around. I subbed to YT. Haven't really watched yet because I ain't home. That's okay. That's all right. I appreciate you even subscribing. That's helpful. I want to have more people on YouTube subscribe for me, for me, as opposed to just my little animations, which I think I'm slightly starting to achieve. I've noticed I've been gaining some subscribers from my shorts, which is neato. I do know that people have mentioned that if you upload shorts, that while it could be good for getting outreach, the people that subscribe from shorts may only give a shit about your shorts, and maybe they won't like follow you to actual live streams. But it's not completely true. To a certain extent, yes, but you'll still gain enough. If it gets big enough, you'll still gain people that will come to streams. So that's why I'm doing all those shorts, and they are doing some numbers. They are doing some numbers. Nothing crazy, but they are doing some numbers. Okay, so I have to do it like this. Sometimes my stupid fucking rough animation is sometimes a little bit too messy. I don't realize what the hell I drew and what it's supposed to actually be. But I think I got it. I think I got it, guys. But yeah, I have to search up better ways to because my shorts on YouTube have doing okay. I mean, nothing crazy. Like usually it's like 1 to 2K views per short, which is fine. But I do want to. I want one to blow up. So I want to figure out how I can maybe make those. How I can get one to really stand out and hit the algorithm or the shorts feeds, and like get to 100,000 views or 1 billion million. And then TikTok, I have no idea. TikTok's just dead. It won't push my thing out. I'll have to figure out. I have to see why it's not doing that. It's something I'm doing wrong, I assume. Do you think training for a 9 to 12 hour speedrun for a month to be the world's first to 100% a kind of unknown indie game? Do I think it's... Wait, you didn't finish the question. Do I think it's a good idea or not? Is that what you're trying to ask? What game is this? Training for a 9 to 12... So the speedrun takes 9 to 12 hours? Oh. Unknown indie game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, do you have the time? Does it bring fulfillment? to your life, if you have the time, if it's not going to cut into other more important stuff, and it brings you fulfillment and joy, then I say it's fine. Outcore game? What the hell is this? Wait, what? I just see a MatPat GT Live video. Who lives on your desktop? What? Psychological horror free to play? What the hell is this? Nani? Huh. Whoa, why is there DLC for $75 fucking dollars? Interesting. Wait, when did this come out? Oh, this is old. Well, not old, but it's been out for a few years. 2022. Huh. Wait, so damn. It has one active speedrunner. Well, if it only has one active speedrunner, then I guess that would be pretty easy to beat that speedrun. It's the coolest fucking game. I never heard about it. But damn, if a speedrun takes 9 to 12 hours, how long is the actual game? And it's free. Yeah, maybe I might even... maybe I should play it at some point. I do need to play another game, because mostly my YouTube shorts have just been, you know, from my game streams. I still have like 1 or 2 from these streams that can make for a good little story time short, but I need to edit those a little bit more. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, maybe I should play a game like that or some other horror games and stuff. So that I have more shorts to upload. It messes with your files. Oh, that would scare me. That would actually scare me. I remember when I played what's it called, Doki Doki Literature Club, and I remember it didn't mess with your files per se, but in the folder of the game, it would have the files there changed every so often throughout the game. Like there would be all of a sudden new text files or new PNG files that showed up, which was pretty cool. I found that pretty interesting, pretty freaky even. But does it mess with the, like, well, I can't imagine it messes with your files in the sense of like, I assume this game messes with your files in the same way Doki Doki did, where it's within the game folder and it'll like add stuff, right? It's not like going into your, you know, like pictures folder or your video folder and then just like adding, deleting shit. If the game did that, I would immediately uninstall. I'd be like, nope. I guess there's probably some things, I mean, I don't know if there's any games, but it's definitely viruses that would do that. I have to clean my computer at some point. I was just thinking, viruses. I have not gotten any viruses to my knowledge on this computer, which is good. I've been pretty careful with this computer because it's, you know, pretty beefy. I don't want to mess it up. However, I do need to worry about keeping it physically clean, like keeping it free of dust and stuff like that, and also maybe changing the thermal paste on my CPU at some point. So it's been this computer I built, I shouldn't even say got, I built this damn thing. I built it with my own 2 hands. I built it in the end of December, like just a few days before Christmas. So it's been 7 months now since I've had this PC. So it's coming about that time now where I might need to think about unplugging it, opening it up, and maybe just making sure that it's free of dust, and potentially even, I mean, I haven't had any problems with any, I probably don't have to, actually. I should search up online. I probably don't have to for still a little while, but changing the thermal paste, I probably don't have to do that for a little bit. I would assume that's something that I have to wait for like maybe a year before I need to do anything with that. I need to touch that. But dude, I'm so happy with this computer still. Like, seriously. It feels like a virus, but it isn't. That's fine. That sounds pretty cool. I might check it out. You know what slightly sucks though is, that sounds really cool, but sometimes I wish I could find these games by accident and not know a single damn thing about it. So then I play it, and then those things start happening, but I think to myself that, wait, I thought this was just a normal little game. I didn't, what's going on? You know what I mean? But then again, I wouldn't know about this game to begin with if it didn't do cool stuff like that. So I guess it's a, it's a double-edged sword. It is what it is. To be fair, Doki Doki was a little bit like that. I didn't realize what type of game it was till later, and I was like, whoa. But I love games like that. I love games where it kind of fucks with your brain like that, and even like your computer. Breaks the fourth wall. Games that break the fourth wall are pretty cool, I have to say. It's also the funniest game I've ever played, no contest. Wait, I thought this... What is this? I thought it was a horror game. So it's like horror, but it also just decides to be funny at times. I see. Yeah, man, I need to make a list. I've got like, I keep scrolling through Instagram reels, and I'll get like little streamer reels of them playing like horror games that I find really funny. Like the reels themselves are funny, but also I look at the game and I'm like, ooh, that would be kind of a good one to like stream at some point. But sometimes I don't make a list, but I'll save the video. But I want to play. I will say that as soon as my live 2D model is done, which, like I said, I'm hoping it'll be done within the next like 3 weeks. As soon as it's done, dude, get ready. I'm gonna start playing so many like horror games and stuff, because right now it's like, I could, but you're not even getting my like full reaction, because my little PNG tuber it doesn't have a full range of motions. But once I have that dang darn live 2D model, you guys are in for a world of pain with my horror live streams. No, it's not horror. There's just like one kind of creepy art. That's it. What? Hey, are you lying? Because I swear it said it said something on the game thing. It said on Steam, it said psychological horror. Maybe. Well, to be fair, I don't know anything. I didn't even know this game existed until you just mentioned it. So maybe I'll check it out on stream sometime in the near future. It got a guy to say, and he said it was comedy gold. Well, you're kind of convincing me, especially considering the fact that it's a free game, so I don't have to spend a single dime on it. I might do it. But if I do it, it will probably be in a few weeks whenever I am done with my live 2D model, because what I really want is to be able to play those horror games, but you can actually see that I'm clearly frightened by my live 2D models, like expression and shit like that. Because right now it's like I'm always constantly smiling and blinking, and that's it. That's all my little guy does at the moment on the bottom right screen. That's not enough. Ew. 97 or 98% positive reviews. Damn, son. Outcore game. Let me go to Steam. Oh yeah, it's got overwhelmingly positive. 97%. That's quite a lot for a free game too, no less. Yeah, Tonya. That looks pretty cool. That looks interesting. I'll add it to my Steam library after stream. For sure, for shizzle. My dizzle. I do need to find another game though to stream this week that maybe isn't horror, that I can get away with just using my little PNG tuber, because I need more clips. I have clips till I scheduled clips till like Thursday, I think. But I need to make some more clips for my live streams, and then hopefully one of them will blow up, and then people be like, wow, this guy's so fucking handsome and cool and funny. I don't know how they would get the handsome part from, seeing as they can't see my face, but they just know from my voice, actually. That's how. Yes, sir. The main story is like 35 hours. What do you mean, like, the main story, though? What, like, you can keep playing for even longer? Is that why you mentioned, like, a speedrun would take you, like, 9 hours? because that when I look at that game, it does not look like a game that would need 9 hours to speed run. It looks like a game that would need only like an hour max to speed run, but I don't know. Boop. I think on stream, I also mentioned this earlier, but today's stream is not going to be particularly long. I'm only going to go for about 2 hours, I think, because I do need to work on trying to get this live 2D model. I'm going to try to finish the hair today, because that's a really big one, and I can't really focus very well on doing the live 2D model on stream. So this stream today will be a little bit shorter. But I'll do my best to stream tomorrow, and I'll try to stream at 2 p.m. EST. I'm really going to try to make that the time, even if my brother is still asleep. When you see it, you'll know why it takes that long. One of the speed run mods said it might take 8 hours. Interesting. That does pique my interest, because it's like, wait, so you're telling me that the game only takes 3 to 5 hours, but to speedrun it, there's something about it where it takes 8. Interesting. I've never been one to ever speedrun games. Never fascinated me too much. However, during the pandemic, like very early on in the pandemic, when Resident Evil 3 remake came out, and I've been very into Resident Evil for a while, but when Resident Evil 3 remake came out, I beat that game so quickly, and then there were literal achievements for beating it under like 2 hours or something. So I was like, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna speedrun this game. So I think that game is the only one that I have ever bothered like properly speedrun. I never like, I never submitted anything or anything like that. It was just for my own entertainment. It's just me doing it all by myself in my room by the lonesome. But that is like, I think, the only game I've ever sped ran. And I think I beat Resident Evil 3 remake. Was it in under an hour? I don't remember. I know I definitely beat Resident Evil 3 remake in less than 2 hours, because that was an achievement that wasn't very hard to get. I don't remember. I have to check, because I don't want to like bullshit and say, oh, it took me 50 minutes, and then I look at the speed run and like the top world record is like an hour. It's like, okay, clearly that I was wrong, because I did not beat the speed run record. I think maybe, let me see, Resident Evil 3 remake speed run. Let me see what the top time is. Okay, it's 41 minutes. Okay, I think my top time was somewhere around just a little over an hour, I think. But goodness gracious, 41 minutes and 59 seconds, so basically 42 minutes, but 42 minutes is kind of crazy to beat. Ah, jeez. Oh, damn. But that's the only one. You gotta redeem to make you play a game? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I do. I forgot about that. I completely forgot I added. I forgot I added that. What did I put that at? 5,000. I did put that. Hey, well, there you go, I guess. I completely forgot I added that. Thank you for reminding me. No one's like used any of those points in a little bit. Not yet. I think the last time anyone used any points was just to spam me with all the different audio things that I have in there. But no one's used the points for those things. What are the other ones that I had that were like that level? I had one that was react to a random YouTube video. I had one that was 3,000 for a draw me. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I just did those on a whim because I was like, oh, finally I hit affiliate and I have channel points. What should I do? You got 2.4. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. I have no idea how fast people get their points, but 2.4 after just a little bit is not too bad. Not too bad. If I ever make it big, guys, be glad you're here right now, because when I do make it big, I won't say when I do, I will obviously have to make those channel points redeems a bit higher, because I wouldn't want to have streams where I have like 30 people all at once telling me, oh, game. But also people just spam my streams with water redeems. I had Done with Life earlier on in some of my other streams a few times, hit the back one, the one so it's like fix your posture, which I need to do right now, and that's helped. I actually appreciate that one. I should have one for like coffee break, where it's like take a sip of coffee, which I should also do right now. Did you guys know, little snail pirate factoid, I didn't start drinking coffee until I was basically 24, and right now I'm currently 24. I literally didn't start drinking coffee until like maybe like half a year ago. Before that, if I ever wanted caffeine, I would just get a Monster, and even then I wouldn't do it super often. But I only just started drinking coffee like literally less than a year ago, and not gonna lie, I just don't like coffee. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the reason why I didn't drink it for the longest time, was because I actually didn't like the... When I was like maybe 10 years old, I think my mom gave me a tiny sip of this instant coffee thing that was in like a can, and I remember tasting it. I thought it was disgusting, and it completely turned me off from coffee for good, forever. Well, or so I thought. But then, you know, college can be a little bit of, you know, it can be taxing. It can be kind of taxing on your brain and your body. And so one day I walk into school and I'm like, what if I just start drinking coffee? And I went to the Starbucks, and well, actually no, it was even before that. I did it with Dunkin' Donuts first, and okay, and then I did it Dunkin' Donuts first, and it tasted like shit. It tasted really bad. I was like, maybe I was still correct. Maybe coffee really, maybe my taste buds have not matured as I thought. And then I tried it again at Dunkin' Donuts, but this, the first time I tried it with like, I think cream and sugar, and it tasted like crap. Then I tried it one more time at Dunkin' Donuts, and I tried milk and sugar, and it tasted like crap. Then I was like, okay, what if there's a Starbucks at my school, what if I try the Starbucks? I've heard good things about Starbucks. And I went, but I got one, I didn't get just a normal coffee, I got one of those, it was like a mint chocolate, like a white chocolate, I think it was white chocolate, it was like a white chocolate, like macchiato, whatever the fuck it's called. I tried it, and oh my gosh, dude, it felt like heaven was blessing my taste buds. Okay, it wasn't to that extent, it wasn't like that crazy, but it did taste very good, especially compared to the Dunkin' Donuts coffee I had. I was like, ooh, hey, maybe there's something to this after all. And what's funny is that one's like full of sugar and what have you, but the only coffee that I've been drinking for the last several months now has just been black, straight black coffee that I have at home. I haven't even bought coffee like at a coffee place in a while. Even though Finland has like one of the highest coffee per capita, oh damn, I don't know that. Finland. I want to visit Finland. That'd be kind of cool. But I didn't know that Finland has the highest coffee per capita. Damn. Whatever coffee my parents get at the store and have in our home, it tastes completely fine to me, even without anything in it, just completely black, which I never thought in my life I would ever like black coffee. I thought to myself, I have such a sweet tooth. I was like, oh, there's no way with my sweet tooth that I could enjoy black coffee. I would have to probably add sugar and milk and stuff like that. But no, I can stomach it. It actually tastes completely fine to me. Some people drink 10 cups a day. Yeah, see, okay, I'm not to that extent. Hopefully ever, but certainly not now. I'm not to that extent. For me, it's literally just 1 cup a day, or no. Sorry, I take that back. For me, it's more like 1 cup or maybe 2 cups at most, and it's not every day. It's usually, I want to say, on average, I have maybe coffee like 4 or 3 times a week. The other days, I just don't drink anything. But on the days that I do, it's usually 1 cup, sometimes I'll have like 2. But yeah, I'm not to the extent where I drink a whole pot of coffee in a single day. Not yet. I'm trying to make sure I don't get to that point, because the last thing I need is the coffee and the caffeine to not work anymore, because I've completely destroyed my caffeine receptors. Last thing I need is that, because right now the reason I'm drinking it is so that I can, it really, excuse me, it really like helps me, like genuinely, it keeps me alert and awake, and it also like helps me like not feel like so ADHD zoomer brained, and I can actually focus on my work. Every time I drink coffee on a day where I'm like, I'm gonna do animation work, dude, I get so much done. And then I noticed on the days where I don't drink coffee and I want to get animation work done, I'm tired after like 5 minutes and I want to go into bed, and sometimes I just don't get that much work done. So that's why I drink it, because I need to get work done. And when our school was offering some coffee, like 5 people took at least 3 cups. Damn, dude, yeah, I don't know. I hope the max for me is like 2. Usually I only have like 2 at most, but that's like that's like on the, I think 2 is like my max right now, and I'm gonna keep it that way for as long as possible. But we'll see. I mean, I'm only less than a year into drinking coffee. Who knows, maybe in 2 more years time I've completely destroyed my caffeine receptors to the point where I need 5 cups to get me to the same level as where 1 cup used to get me, and I'll have headaches from not drinking coffee. I'm not to that point yet, but that's why I'm trying not to drink it every single day. I'm trying to keep it to like more so like 4 days a week, maybe 3 days, so that way, you know, it actually still works for as long as possible, you know? Because like if I mess up coffee and coffee doesn't work anymore, the caffeine doesn't work anymore for me to keep me awake and working on my stuff, then what? Then I'm kind of screwed. What's next? Like cocaine. That's like all I can think. That would be the next step. What else would it be? I don't know what else like that would be it. I don't know what else I could take. Don't worry, guys. I don't plan on taking cocaine or any type of drug. Actually, it's kind of interesting. There's so many people, if you think about it, my age that do like weed, or like they smoke, or they even drink alcohol. I know I'm a pirate. I know I'm a snail pirate here, guy. And you would assume I drink like rum and I smoke tobacco, but I've never done a single one of those things in my life ever. Not even once. Which I also plan to keep the same. I don't intend on doing it. I think caffeine is the most extreme I will go, which just sounds so lame in a sense, but no, I'm proud of it. Also, people drink coffee before going to bed. Okay, I do that sometimes, but I only do that. Well, okay, no, I don't do that, because that implies that I'm going to go to sleep right after. No. I drink coffee at night sometimes because I intend on staying up all night, and it works. I never drink. I think I've done it like once or twice accidentally, but usually whenever I drink any sort of caffeine, even if it's nighttime, it means I am staying up the entire night. It does not mean I had a ex-friend. I don't like that person anymore. But this person said that they would drink coffee, or not drink coffee, drink Monster Energy, and somehow be able to go to sleep right after the fact. And I was like, how the hell? That's kind of insane. Does it not just do anything to you anymore? At that point, it's kind of like, are you doing for the taste? I will say this, Monster Energy, the original Monster Energy, the one in the black can with the green claw marks, that tastes like battery acid. It does not taste very good. However, the white Monsters, the no sugar ones, I'm not gonna lie, those taste really good. Those taste actually good, and I get the caffeine from them. But something about the original monster just tastes like battery acid to me. It does not really taste good. I don't know what I guess the no sugar thing, but there's a massive difference in taste between the white monster and the original monster, to the point where I never get the original monster. If I ever drink monster, it's only the white monster. I just looked at the second most expensive redeem. I'm considering saving up for that. What's the second most one? Oh, the Draw Me one? Yeah. Oh, what did I put? I said I do a quick doodle of you based on either your username or how you describe yourself to me. Yeah. But just be warned, it does say doodle, so it's not gonna be like this fully finished masterpiece. But it would still look kind of cool. Still look like a cool little thing. Yeah, I completely forgot that I made those redeems because no one's redeemed any of the big ones yet. They've only redeemed all the audio ones. But hey, I think they're pretty fun, and I think that encourages people to stick around in the stream. You know, it's like, hey, wait a minute, I could get a little doodle from the snail pirate. Wow, I'm gonna stick around, or I'm gonna make him watch a YouTube video, and then he can make me watch like some horrible beheadings. Actually, I don't think they have those on YouTube, so actually you couldn't do that. Can't make me watch Life Leak videos. But maybe like a Rick Astley, I don't know, you can Rickroll me. Or pick a game for me, I don't know. I don't even know what games most people would want to would pick if they were able to get that redeem off. I don't know. Doki Bird accessories. To be honest, I prefer slightly imperfect drawings because it shows a human made it and it's unique. Ah, yes. I had this little cute like oh, what the fuck? Wait. Oh, there it is. I had this cute little drawing I made of myself that looked a little like a crayon doodle. Well, that I made of this like little snail pirate character, me, that I use sometimes, and I think it's kind of cute. So it would look like something like that, I assume. Actually, I want to see if I can find it. I'll show you what it looks like. Antonia. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Something. Aha, here. Look. Something I think like this would be close to what I would. Something like that. A little doodle that looks kind of like that, where it's like. I mean, I probably wouldn't do just the face. Maybe I would do a little bit more. Wait. What? Why is Vshoujo and Mousy trending on Twitter? No way! Holy shit! Wait! What? Iron Mouse left Vshoujo's done! Vshoujo is done, dude! Holy shit, I did not think I would be reacting to this on stream. Whoa, Vshoujo is gone, bro. What happened to Vshoujo? Wait, I'm taking off my animator glove for this one. To my community, I love you all dearly and thank you. I mean, it's not like a graduation or anything. You know, she's still gonna keep doing her thing as Iron Mouse, but Iron Mouse is Vshoujo. Vshoujo is Iron Mouse. So that's insane. I mean, it was already going downhill recently because of we saw so many just left recently. I mean, the latest one was Zentreya, but who else did we have? We had Matara Khan, and who else? Somebody else too. My mind is like going at a million miles per second. But oh my gosh, whoa, yeah, what is going on with Vshoujo? I don't understand. It just imploded, and it wasn't even just the people working, you know, the talents, but I kept seeing for the last like 2 months so many people that are like behind the scenes, like managers and stuff like that, or artists for Vshoujo, just all up and leaving, like putting their, you know, the black text on the white background. But for Iron Mouse to leave Vshoujo, that's nuts, because that is Vshoujo. I mean, at that point, Vshoujo is done, because like that is they're one in the same, essentially. I guess she made an 11-minute video about explaining why she left Vshoujo. I almost want to react to this on stream because I'm so curious. What happened? I'm so curious as to what caused all of this to happen. Do you guys, should I pause should I watch this on stream? I'm actually so curious. I'm so curious. Actually, guys, maybe I can make this a clip. Wait, Vshoujo. What the fuck? Here, I'm gonna. None of the above. Wait. I'm gonna do this. I'm so sorry, guys. Wait, I'm so curious as to what happened here. I'm gonna go this. I have so many tabs open. Holy shit. I know probably none of you care about this, but this is kind of fake. This is wild to me. Yo, what happened? The link maybe go out of stream for a bit. Here, this is what happened. Dude, holy crap. Wait, I'm so... Alright, we're gonna watch this for like 11 minutes, and then we're gonna go back to work. But I did not expect to see this while I was streaming. Okay.
I am leaving Vshoujo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshoujo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid.
What? Oh shit. Okay, that's wait, so oh shit, that's a big bombshell. What? Okay. I saw a tweet from Iron Mouse semi-recently, like maybe was it like 3 weeks ago perhaps? And it was a tweet that was very vague. It said something along the lines of, I stood up for myself recently and I'm so glad I did it, or something along those lines. This is definitely what that was referring to. So they were pocketing. See, that's the thing, right? Oh, we're only 19 seconds in and I already paused. But that's the thing, right, with the VTuber agencies. And it's partly why, in a sense, even though, you know, it's kind of cope on my end, why I'm kind of glad I'm doing the indie thing, and why I'm so glad all others are doing the indie thing and not just joining corpos anymore. Because for the most part, they almost like semi-resemble the corpos of the olden days. You know what I'm talking about? Like Machinima and stuff like that. In the sense of like, you really don't need them, and they're almost like a net negative on you. They take your money. I know, I have so many tabs open, sorry. I can't help it. But they take your money, and you don't really get like anything out of it. Nothing that great out of it. You can argue for stuff like exposure, right? If you're basically a nobody beforehand and you get into something like HoloLive and stuff like that, that's obviously gonna skyrocket you to the very top. And in that sense, you're kind of giving, you're trading the monetary value of what you're earning to the company in exchange for not only just the exposure. Of course, you get, you know, merch deals, sponsorships, stuff like that, which is very helpful. But when it comes to something like Vshoujo, I've always been curious, because with the Vshoujo, they're not like other VTuber agencies, right? And I could be wrong about this, but it's different in the sense of HoloLive. When I think of HoloLive, I think of like they've got the managers, they've got like the different brand deals, stuff like that, but they've got like the 3D concerts, stuff like that. And usually they're picking up people that weren't as big before. I mean, they usually have an established audience, but they grow them. But with Vshoujo, I've never seen anything to the extent of HoloLive or any other big corpo with what they're doing with their talents. It's always felt to me like they're just brand. Their brand is just it. That like they're only a company in name only. They don't really do a whole lot for the talents. Oops. But that's just me as an outsider. I can't know that. But obviously it's a company, so you assume that they're also going to be taking a cut from whatever you're earning. But you have to make it worth it, because a lot of these Vshoujo things, and that's the thing that I'm trying to tie this back into, is a lot of these Vshoujo members can 110% make it on their own. And not only can they make it on their own, but most of the stuff they were doing, they don't need to be a part of a big corporation. There's no reason except for being, you know, taking like 30-50% of their income for essentially nothing. But to do that, but be sly and not even like mention how much you're taking away from your biggest fucking talent is nuts to me. We're only 19 seconds in. Sorry, I'm gonna keep watching for a little bit. Whoops.
And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from the...
What? Oh dear, this is bad. This is really bad. I thought this was, I don't know, because I didn't watch I think Zentrea did a video about why she left VShojo. I did not watch it. I did tune into the stream, but it wasn't like anything crazy. Because once again, with these people that are like, oh, it's kind of quiet. Let me turn it up. What was I saying? Fuck. With Zentrea, like when they graduate, when they leave the company, it's not like when Hololive happens, right? When Gargura graduated, that's it for the character. You're not gonna see Gargura's live 2D model animated moving on stream ever again. But when it comes to VShojo, with Zentrea, with Matara-kan and what other, they still have their thing. They still have their live 2D model. Like nothing's essentially changed. They're just not part of the company anymore. And there had to be something going wrong in the background for VShojo for all these people to be leaving. But to be like this, where they're just essentially stealing money, and that's really bad. The Immune Deficiency Foundation, I mean, that's the reason Iron Mouse is probably even still alive, right? It's because of how much money has gone to that place, gone to her, and stuff like that. This is crazy. Hold on, we're gonna keep watching.
Shoujo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
Oh shit.
So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
Damn.
But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig.
Oh, I remember FaceRig.
To use an anime avatar to stream, and that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously, and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo, and it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I've been saying the entire time. It's like, first off, I forgot that V Shoujo, if I'm not mistaken, Project Melody, it was the one that basically started V Shoujo. I mean, she's not the like. There's a different guy that's a CEO of V Shoujo right now, but I think Project Melody was the one that like started V Shoujo. Also, wow, 2020. It's been 5 years now. Time flies. But she's not unhireable, of course. But I understand the point of what she's saying of like needing. Do I need to be in a company or something like that? And to her extent, no, and not in a bad way, in a good way even. She has 1.29 million subscribers just on YouTube. I think she has more on Twitch. Like, the company is like, even besides just like the scummy things that are now coming out about V Shoujo pocketing $500,000 that should have gone to the IDF, which is the Immune Deficiency Foundation, not the other IDF. But even besides that, let's just say V Shoujo was squeaky clean, right? Even then, she wouldn't need them. I bet, honestly, she was already. I mean, the fact that she was even approached to join V Shoujo back in 2020 kind of goes to show that she was already on her way to making it big without V Shoujo or whatever the hell. But yeah, to have this revelation right now for everyone to see is kind of crazy. Anyways, we're gonna keep watching this. I know I'm not even animating anymore on stream, but I can't believe that this is one of the few times where I've been streaming. Something's happened while I've been streaming, and I actually saw it while I was streaming. So I just wanted to get my initial reaction to whatever the hell's going on, because I'm going to be watching this regardless after the fact. So I may as well just watch it right now. So anyways, let's keep watching.
I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people, because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and 1,000,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshoujo.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is putting your trust in people it can be tough. I think I'm a pretty trustful guy. But to be fair, like when you're like an indie and you're as small as me, you're of course not gonna. I'm like trying to network with people, of course, and stuff like that. I'm trying to branch off and make more friends. But I mean, the last thing you want is for one to be a cinder, or to be kind of like used by a cinder, right? And if anyone doesn't know what that means, cinder is this big VTuber that pretty much sabotaged her friends behind their backs and talked shit about them, just to get a leg up on them in terms of her VTubing career. And it finally came to a head back in April when like this big Google Doc came out about her and all the scummy shit that she was saying behind the backs of her supposed friends, and how she literally went out of her way to sabotage them so that she could climb the ladder, which is incredibly messed up. And you get a lot of that, I feel, the higher you climb, because people are going to be more cutthroat at those levels. Because now it's like, I need to make this I'm close to making this a thing, or I'm at the point where I've made this a thing for myself, but I don't know if I'll lose it. I need to keep going. And people kind of lose sight when you get to that point, and now you're throwing your trust into people, and then it gets thrown away like a piece of rubbish. Whereas I feel like when you're small indie, no one's gonna care as much because it's still mostly for fun, even if you are trying to grow big. But yeah, there's that middle point. Like I feel like if you're like super big, maybe you might not. Well, clearly not, as Iron Mouse is one of the biggest ones, and even she felt that her trust was being used against her. But regardless, just keep watching.
It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company.
Well, yeah.
And I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed.
I mean, she's like the poster
Although that
child.
was very positive to hear. It put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, well, if anyone can put two and two together, Hololive, Gargura, right? It's almost like the same. I mean, it's not the same, but this like same situation that Iron Mouse was talking about here, where Gargura clearly did not want to be the literal poster child for Hololive, but she basically did become the poster child for Hololive. She was, and still is, technically the most subscribed to VTuber, not even just on Hololive, but just in general. I think she's the most subscribed to VTuber. The Cookie Swirl girl does not count. But because when you're the number one subscribed and you didn't really want to be the number one top VTuber of all time, it can put a lot of pressure on you. And not only that, but you almost become like the face of the company, to the point where people feel like, oh, if you leave, the company is dead. Which, to be fair, in this case, it kind of is. Not for Hololive. Hololive still is chugging along, but that was a big blow. But for VShojo, especially after the fact that they already lost like 5 other people, yeah, it's kind of a big blow. She is basically VShojo. Yeah, you lose Iron Mouse and it's over. Like, the company's not going to really survive past this. I mean, they wouldn't survive past this if Iron Mouse simply said, I'm leaving VShojo, and left it at that. VShojo would not survive that. The fact that she's saying, I'm leaving VShojo, and partly of the reasons that I can tell you right now is because they took money away from me that they never mentioned, and they also pocketed $500,000 that was supposed to go to the Immune Deficiency Fund. I mean, that's, you've nailed the coffin, you threw it in, you buried it, and you let it on fire. It's gone, dude. VShojo was done.
Point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this, and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point.
Oof.
Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
That's crazy.
The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success, so I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Bishoujo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Bishoujo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me.
I wonder. Oh man, I'm not trying to like back up a corpo here. I wonder if there's any sort of miscommunication whatsoever. Right? That could always be. But then again, I don't know. The first time around, they clearly were able to do it, so I don't know why it would be so much different the second time. But damn, dude. This reminds me a little bit of what's it called? What's his name? The Completionist. The Completionist went and got into a bunch of shit. Was that a year ago? 2 years ago now? When this same sort of deal happened, where he said he was going to give a bunch of the charity money to the charities that they were raising the money for on his like whatever the live streams or the big events that they were doing, and then like what I don't want to like misspeak here, but if I remember correctly, it was like none of the money went to any of the charities, and that became a whole thing, and his career is like dead now because of it. So it's seeming like this is somewhat similar. I'm just curious. It's like, so where's that 500,000 right now? Is it just sitting in the VShojo bank or whatever the hell they have it sitting in right now, and it's just collecting dust? Because I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they didn't well, I wouldn't say maliciously. I wouldn't say that they took the money out to spend on their own frivolous desires and stuff like that. I would hope. I would think so, at least. I would assume it's just sitting, collecting dust, and not doing anything. But to even have it over a year later, I mean, it reads close to the same as the Completionist drama that happened about a year or two ago. It reads close to the same, which that was really bad, because even though I don't think the Completionist took the money out and like was using it for his own desires, his own things or whatnot, it was still just sitting there doing nothing when people assumed that it was going to the charities, or it went to the charities long ago. So regardless of if there was super malintent, still not good. It's still not very good.
Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Bishoujo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going
Well, it's a good thing this video is over 10 minutes long, so we can get mid-roll ads.
to do. I really, like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video, in the description box, is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
You know, it's one way that this can be circumvented for the future. First off, I don't know why so many times with these charity events. I mean, I assume there's a good amount that do the thing they're going to say, it goes through, and everything's just all peachy and fine. But so many times there's these stories of just like the money is just harbored in a bank account, it's collecting dust, or like they kind of lie out their teeth about where the money is actually going to be going, or even the charity itself is not actually doing what they're saying they're going to do. And I feel like a part of the way to circumvent this is what Iron Mouse is currently doing right now, where it's like a Tiltify thing that just directly goes to the charity. There's no middleman here of like a company in the way that is incompetent and doesn't give the money to the charity that's being said is going to have received the money, right? So I feel like a way, at least for the future, for her and for other streamers, VTubers, whatever the hell, that do these charity type of streams is, for one, you know, make sure the charity is actually what they say they are. It seems that the IDF, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, is legit, so there's no problem there. But then on top of that, besides just making sure that the charity is legit, is to just make sure that the money has as little as few barriers as possible to getting to that place. So having a direct link is great. Having it have to go through your like bank account first, and then you have to give it to your company, and then the company has to actually have the due diligence to send it out to the. It just makes things. It's not Iron Mouse's fault at all, of course. I'm just saying that doing it how she's doing it right now is the absolute best way, where you just have a link that directly goes to the thing. So there's no middleman. There's no way that some shit company can just take the money and just not do anything with it. Because damn, dude, I swear, we have so many times where we see this exact same story played out, where someone wants to do good, like Iron Mouse here, and then it gets screwed up by some other big figures because they're just incompetent, they're malicious, whatever it may be. The thing still didn't go to the people. It didn't go to the foundation that it was supposed to. I don't know. It's so unfortunate.
Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay.
Well,
Bye.
why is she apologizing? She didn't do anything. Here, I'll give her a like there. Oh man. Christ, let me.
Support, and I just honestly really want to show that after all of this.
Okay, I was trying to remember what I was trying to say. I was gonna say this, that I've said this once before. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud, but I've said it to, I think, friends. I've said it to myself plenty. Is that the year of 2025 is the year of the indie VTuber, okay? Like, 2020, we're gonna go from 2020, just because that was like when Hololive English became big, and then VTubing in the West really blew up, right? I want to say that from 2020 up until 2023 were the years of the Corpo VTuber. All right, if you wanted to make it really big, and you know, you can make it big without them, but if you really wanted to make it big and actually make this a career, going Corpo was the route. whether it would be Hololive, Niji Sanji at some point, VShojo, just whatever. There were a bunch of small ones as well too. Idol at one point, or even Face Connect, and then just all the other corpos that were smaller, then kind of fizzled out and died after the fact. But regardless of the fact, 2020 to the year 2023, those are the years of the corpo VTuber. However, once we got into 2024 with the whole Selen and Niji Sanji thing, I feel like that really cemented in people's heads that, yeah, you don't actually really need a corpo. You don't need to be a corpo VTuber to actually make it. You can go indie. You do not need this big conglomerate to make your streaming career a reality, right? And we saw that quite a bit in 2024 with all the different things coming out about, especially Niji Sanji, but even just all the different VTubers that were graduating in 2024. 2024 was definitely the year where we were merging from the year of the corpo to the year of the indie. But I want to say that 2025 is absolutely the year of the indie. You don't need the corpos anymore, okay? And that makes me sound like fucking Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk. But it's true. And we see that. I mean, hell, Gargura, right? She's literally right down here, my thing. Gargura. She is the biggest one, and even she left Hololive. You don't need the corpos. And I feel like some people might misconstrue that in the sense of like where it's like, well, sure, but they were corpo initially. And that's where they got their big jump to be able to go back into being indie and still retain a bit of the audience, which is true. I'm not denying that. However, there are plenty I've seen that have never even gone the corpo route and are still able to make it really big, honestly, in the VTuber scene. And nowadays, I see less and less. I feel like a lot of the smaller VTuber companies have basically died out. There's only a few left. I mean, we see like with Idlecore, that's defunct. It's not even called Idlecore anymore. It's called Chroma Shift, and they're part of Brave, and Brave is not a very good company. It's basically just one of those big companies where they just buy up a lot of small companies, and just to have a large amount of these companies that they just don't do anything with. But essentially what I'm trying to say is there is no need for the corpo anymore. All right. And then when you have things like this come out, when you have the horrible crap behind the scenes in Niji Sanji, when you have VShojo stealing essentially $500,000 and not giving it to the charity that was named that it was going to go to, when you have these things happen time and time again, it starts to make your head scratch, right? You start to scratch your head and think, well, maybe we should just cut this part out, all right? It's clearly not doing the good that it once used to do. It's not, there really isn't a need anymore for any of these VTubers to ever go corpo, in my opinion, ever again. Really, everything can be. I mean, let's think about this rationally, right? Like I said earlier on, Machinima, right? Machinima has been known since back in the day as being such a dog crap piece of shit company, right? A network for YouTubers. But people did it because they thought back then that I have to be a part of it, because if I don't be a part of this, I'm not going to make it. I can't make it. And it rang more true back then because it was way harder to get monetized. You usually had to be a part of a network. They changed that eventually. But at one point on YouTube, you had to be a part of a network to gain monetization. And usually, people went to things like Machinima. But because of that, these networks could pretty much like screw all of these creators out of their money and time. But then those networks eventually died off. Machinima is not a thing anymore. And all these different like YouTubers, streamers, whatever the hell, they just did their own thing on their own time with their own dimes. They don't have to be a part of any of these networks, any of these companies, and they still made it big. They'll have like, of course, they'll like partner up with like things here and there. They'll have sponsorship, which is good and great, but they don't need to be behind this giant network anymore, this giant corpo. I mean, look at all the look at all the YouTubers, right? How many do you see that are actually part of some big network? They might be part of like a small group of friends, but they're not part of any big network or corpo anymore. It really, this whole corpo thing that died back in like 2012 with Machinima and the others, for some reason came back with VTubing, which I did always find kind of strange. And people have pointed that out before. It's like, why VTubing in specific has this sort of like network sort of community corpo vibe, or not vibe, but the thing again, as it did back in the early 2010s. And it's like, you know what? It's a good question. Why does it have that? And as we see here with this VShojo shit with Niji Sanji, it's like, it's history repeats. It's doing the same thing. It's like, we really do not need these VTubers to be part of these corpos anymore. It's just not worth it. But regardless, anyways, I just want to get my opinion about that out there because I just happened to see, I got my initial reaction right there of what the hell was happening live. So I wanted to just talk about that. But yeah, you can see some of these comments. VShojo stealing $500,000 from charity is evil. Good luck moving forward as an indie. I look forward to seeing your success. VShojo fumbled the face of the company by screwing over a charity. Yeah, they're cooked. That definitely is a red flag against VShojo, withholding so much money from not only the charity group, but also the one responsible for raising that money. I thought you were just, they were just minor disagreements with the ones who recently left, but this is something that'll hit the company hard. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's one person that's leaving, then it's like, okay, that's gonna happen. But it was getting to a point, and we all noticed it. It was hard to not notice. After like the third, fourth person left VShojo, it's like, okay, something's going on. Something's going on that we're not privy to. But we will find out fairly soon, and there we go. The other shoe dropped. You have no reason to believe that you had his hand in the swindle. Yeah, that's the other thing. She did not need to apologize at the very end. She said that she's sorry. She didn't do anything. She was trying to do good, and she got screwed out of it, which is very different from earlier, like I said, the completionist shit. The completionist was being malicious with that. He was part of the whole thing. However, Iron Mouse very clearly was not. Yeah, don't apologize. VShojo is officially finished. And like I said, yeah, VShojo is done. They can't come back from this. Like, if they lost Iron Mouse and no one knew anything about it, like why the reason was for losing Iron Mouse, they would still be done. Because Iron Mouse is basically VShojo. And I'm not trying to put the pressure on her again. She mentioned earlier that being basically associated 1-in-1, being like the very poster child of the company, put a lot of pressure on her. But at the end of the day, it is what happened. She did become the poster child. And because of that, if she left, even for reasons that were never disclosed to us, the company would have just been finished at that point. Because, I mean, not to like shit on any of the other VShojo members, of course, but Iron Mouse is the biggest one by far and away. She is the biggest one. But to have her leave and then come out with this video basically saying, yeah, they stole $500,000 from charity and also have, I don't even know how much that they've stolen from me. Yeah, it's done. It's over, right? Like with Niji Sanji, they're still going, which, you know, I don't like Niji Sanji, but that's not very an unpopular opinion, of course. But they were able to somewhat get away with the stuff that they did. Not like entirely. The EN sphere of Niji Sanji is essentially dead. A lot of the people that used to care about Niji Sanji on the west side just don't anymore after the whole Selen thing. But, you know, they still have some people that still give a shit about EN. And, of course, the JP side is still as big as ever. But with this is it. This is all VShojo has. You can't come back from this like Niji Sanji has. Like, that's it. VShojo will be defunct. I mean, it's basically defunct right now, but it will be, like, fully defunct. As in the corporation is going to have to dissolve. And the others are probably going to have to leave before the end of the year, realistically. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this matter. Damn, I should make a YouTube video out of this. Maybe, I don't know. But regardless, yeah, jeez, Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my thing that I was doing. So much for working, huh, guys? Yeah, I don't want to accidentally have smut show up on my Twitter, not because I have it on my thing, but because of I don't know, if I do VShojo, maybe it'll I'll bookmark things. Maybe I will make a video out of this, but let me see if stuff like this. There's like a... let's see, there's a tweet here that says, "Holy shit, Shoujo, I hardly pay attention to VTuber stuff anymore, but I found out about the situation within 10 minutes of the video being posted. Well, time to watch the flames of another shitty black company." Oh, you didn't know anything about Iron Mouse. Insane situation. Oh, did you know about Iron Mouse at all before? Because, yeah, no, that is an insane situation. But Iron Mouse is, like, probably either the biggest VTuber in the West or among the biggest VTubers in the West. She was at one point the most subscribed to streamer, not VTuber, streamer on Twitch. She only... Guess who overtook her? Kai Cenat. All right, that's how big the Iron Mouse is, right? Like, she is massive. I remember Kai Cenat and Iron Mouse even did like a little collab at one point, just to, like, you know, give good graces to one another. I knew she had something with health and had most up. Yes, yeah, she had the immune deficiency, which we saw there. But dude, holy shit, my trending, which makes sense because I'm always following VTubers and stuff, but my trending on the side of my screen is just all these different VShojo members and stuff like that. Immune deficiency fund. Oh, dude, they're cooked. That's it. That's done. I've already said it a few times, but that is done. That is it. I'm not gonna lie, not to be an asshole, but a part of me wonders if I should take this little part of me reacting to this and, like, quickly edit it and post it to my YouTube. I might. I don't know. We'll see. But this is pretty crazy. Goodness gracious. I mean, that's it. Here's another tweet. It says, "The signs were there that VShojo was dying despite all the retards constantly talking about how great shit was because the girls kept their IP. Sure, IP is nice and all, but most large VTubers that have managed to lose their IP will most likely than not still do well on their own." Which is true. That's true. I'm going to refresh and see what else, because now it's been like an hour because I took so long reading about that, watching that. Fruit just tweeted the gif of the guy walking in with the pizzas. Here's Zentrea. "My heart hurts for the VShojo community, as I know some of you are very confused and hurt. These have been super confusing months for many of you, and I know you've all been trying to weather it out. Support those who can, and please stay strong." Yeah. Dude, this is crazy. Here's another tweet. This is from Kirsche. "I wasn't expecting them to have dodged charity obligations. That's crazy, VShojo. The company, not the talents, has a very substantial amount of debt. I wouldn't be shocked if they fully disbanded sometime soon," which is exactly what I said too. Like, the company is essentially dead now because of all of this and because Iron Mouse left. They're still functioning technically, right? But they're probably within the next... certainly before the end of the year. I don't know how long it will take, but before the end of 2025, VShojo is going to be completely defunct. Someone posted a tweet. It says, "Guess who outlived VShojo?" And it's just a gif of DSP. That's great. That's awesome. Damn, dude. And then here's another tweet from Tectone just saying, "Fuck VShojo." True. I bet that guy will probably make a video about this. He makes like 5 videos a day or something. But yeah, it's over. VShojo is done. That's end of an era. End of an era. Anyways, yeah, see, I knew it. I scrolled down far enough and now there's smut on my screen. This is exactly why I did not share my Twitter. Anyways, sorry that I got so distracted by that. Jesus. Oh, there's someone even in my chat that said this, ban. Goodness gracious. Yeah. I got really distracted there, huh? But I don't know. I just really want. Okay, at this point, I should probably end stream soon. I'll take like another 20 minutes. But that just like completely blindsided me. I went to Twitter just so I could copy paste the little like drawing thing so that Anish, whenever you wanted to get the little thing of the little doodle, that you can have an idea of what it looks like. And then I just look on my side of my screen. I see my trending and it says Mousy and V Shoujo, and I'm like, oh, because we already know it was going really bad recently with Zentrea and the others leaving. So, ooh, wait, oh, Kuro just tweeted nothing. He just put a blank post. Oh, unless my stupid Twitter is not showing the emoji. I saw a Kason tweet from 12 hours ago just saying very happy. But that was from 12 hours ago, so I don't know if that has anything to do with that. Oh, man. Henya, dude. I love Henya. I feel so bad that she's... Oh, man, that sucks. Does she have to leave now? Yeah, Henya has to leave, because Vshoujo's not going to be around for very much longer. Yeah, this is big, dude. This is massive. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through. I'm just seeing so many tweets now about what's happening. Listening to a mouse video right now. This company is finished. I hope the remaining talents can find places elsewhere. This isn't their fault, but holy shit, $500,000 taken away from charity. What an evil company, man. Dude, jeez. Yeah. It's over. It is done. Yeah, my entire fucking feed is just people being like, holy shit, holy crap. That was, yeah, was not expecting that today. Was not expecting that. All right, anyways, I got distracted, guys, huh? Here, we'll, where am I at with this? I'm very much nowhere with this, goodness gracious. I'm heading to bed. All right, dude. I'm glad you were able to stick around. Sorry I didn't do a shit ton with this, but that just seemed super interesting for me to look at. But have a nice nap, or not nap, have a good sleep. See you later. I'm probably going to end stream soon. Anyways, I'll do this last little bit here and then end stream. Whew. Anyways, back to it after that. It'd be 1 a.m. So good night. Good night, dude. Good night. I might take that video of that reacting to the V Shoujo thing and potentially make it a little video. We'll see. But yeah, good night. Yeah, anyways. Damn, dude. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to like. I've got like complaints on my YouTube recently where it's like, I only could subscribe to you for Smiley Friends animations. It's like, dude, I used to do animation, or not animations. I used to do videos that were just about like anime and manga and stuff all the time. So it's not like I changed the trajectory of my channel just to only post Smiley Friends animations. Those just happen to the best. But because of that, part of me wonders like, ooh, should I make a little video of my reaction to that whole V Shoujo thing? Is that bad? I don't want to be a drama VTuber at all, but I just happened to see that shit. So, I don't know. Maybe it might be interesting for some people to hear someone's opinion about the whole thing, especially as it's completely fresh at the moment. But we'll see. I'll think about it. I don't have too much time to think about it, because, you know, if I want to make a video of that, I should probably do it like right after stream, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. It'll be funny because my parents watch my my videos, so it would be kind of funny. Besides probably just losing subs because they don't care about VTuber shit, and having some people be like, "Huh? What is this? I didn't subscribe to this." That would be funny too. Just having my parents be like, "What the hell is this, anyways? Why? I don't understand what this video was." Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll post something. I don't know. Because I do kind of want to talk about my, or let my opinion be known about it, because it is kind of, I think I said some good things there. I think some people can take away something from that. It is crazy though. That is crazy. Damn, dude. I don't know how much longer I give VShoujo. VShoujo maybe like... Oh wait, did I screw this up? Yeah, I totally screwed this up. It's not supposed to look like that. God damn it. I give VShoujo maybe, I want to say... I know I kept saying the end of the year, but that's still quite a few months away. I want to say that they're probably going to be defunct before the end of the summer. If I were to give a time frame, I feel like that would make the most sense, right? Before the end of the summer. So let's say even like before the end of summer, like as the season itself. So September 22nd, 21st. I would say by then, I think the other girls, including Kuro, of course, are gonna have to find, well, no, they're not gonna have to find, like I kept saying, Year of the Indie. It is Year of the Indie. They don't have to find another corpo at all. I think they can more than handle just being indie, you know? I mean, like, maybe they might have a manager, you know? Maybe if they feel like it's too much to handle, they could get, like, a manager, but they don't need a full-on corpo to be able to make it. Not at all. Not at all. They do not need it. But, yeah. That's crazy. That is fucking nuts. That's one of the very few times there's something big like that has dropped while I'm streaming, and you can get my, like, initial reaction to it. That's not happened very often. There was at one point, I forget, it might have been Zentrea when she graduated. I think it happened like right after I finished streaming, or I'm not sure. There was some other thing that happened recently that was kind of big news. Clearly, if I can't remember, maybe it wasn't big news, but it happened, and I was like, oh shit, this happened like while I was streaming, but I didn't even know. But yeah, that is crazy. I'm just gonna keep saying that's crazy for the next 15 minutes before I end the stream. I don't even have my lo-fi hip hop on. I'm so out of it. That was crazy. That was crazy. Wow. But yeah. I don't know. I think I might, at the very least, maybe I might make a short out of it or something. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully, I hate that Iron Mouse said that, like, oh, I'm sorry. Or, like, she said, like, sorry so sincerely at the end. It was like, when the fuck did you didn't do anything wrong? Like, what? But I get it. That's like a thing where it's like, you still almost take the blame. I do that sometimes, I guess, too. It's like, you apologize for something you have zero reason to apologize for. Yeah. I assume that this is the reason why the others left as well. But it is kind of crazy how... Well, I'm glad that Iron Mouse at the very least finally kind of exposed it. You know, I know she said she couldn't say everything because, you know, the whole legal procedures and everything that has to go with it, but I'm glad that that she finally said, like basically like quelling our interest into why the hell so many people are leaving VShoujo, because it was out like every other day there was a new person. It wasn't just the talents, it was like so many of the people behind the scenes were all leaving VShoujo. I was like, okay, if one is just like, okay, you know, that's just what's gonna happen. Two of them is like, all right, this is getting a little bit, and then after like the third, it's like, dude, what's going on? What the hell? Like when you have like the black text over the white background from the managers and the people that were working behind the scenes, and there's like 5 of them that all did it within the span of like 2 months, then there's something clearly going wrong over there. But yeah. Oh well. Like I said, Year of the Indie. It's Year of the Indie. I will die on that hill. It is the Year of the Indie. That's not to say every corpo is necessarily bad, but it is kind of to say that, actually. even Hololive has its faults, you know? I like Hololive, but even Hololive has its faults. I mean, we saw clearly how many left within the last 6 months, or not even 6 months, the last, like, year. I mean, they lost their little biggest VTuber. And that's not to say that, you know, they can't eventually all leave, but to have so many leaving one by one like that in succession, it raises a few red flags. And it raised a few red flags with VShojo, and clearly the red flags were accounted for. There was a reason for them. Okay, anyways, let me go ahead and add the gun, and then excuse me. I guess the gun would be in the front, huh? I guess it could be here. It would be behind the accessories, but in front so that it's not all the way in the back there. I just have to make sure that this is the same. Oh, damn. Alright, I'm gonna probably like just do this gun and then stream. I said I was only gonna stream for 2 hours anyways, because I have a lot to do with my live 2D model. I don't want to be like a guy that just like does drama videos. I'll never want to be that, but because of how big this was and I was able to get my initial reaction, I might just edit that up really quick and post it to my YouTube, but we'll see. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's my YouTube. I can do with it what I want. And I try to quell the people that only gave a shit about my animations. Funky Raw, how you doing? Dude, I didn't turn back the lo-fi hip-hop, but I spent like 35-40 minutes on stream, because there was the other guy earlier, Enish, was in my stream, and he mentioned that I have this thing for my VTuber, or not VTuber, for my awards. Just got back from work and showered. Very nice, a clean boy. But in my like little things, if you look at my channel points, there's one for like draw me. And he said, ooh, I might save for that one. I was like, oh yeah. I'll probably do like a quick little doodle. And I went to my Twitter to show him, like to grab a tweet of what a doodle might look like. And then I turned to the trending page and I look at the trending page and it says Mousy, VShojo, Iron Mouse. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I clicked on it and I got a live reaction of fucking Iron Mouse leaving VShojo, and not for very good reasons at that. And I live reacted to her video about it. It's very bad. Just to give you a slight recap, I know you probably don't care too much about these VTubers, but she is like the biggest one in the West. Yeah, VShojo is shit. Yeah. What was the reason? Cough cough. Apparently VShojo pocketed or did not give $500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation when they were supposed to over a year ago, and they also have an undisclosed amount of money that they never gave Iron Mouse, that is her pay. So yeah, not good. Yeah, very bad. And I was because I clicked on Twitter and I was like, what is going? Because I got like I said earlier on stream, I was like, should I like create a little like dumb little video out of this whole shit? So I live reacted to the video, because Iron Mouse uploaded an 11-minute long video to YouTube titled "Why I Left VShojo" just like an hour and a half ago, and I was live reacting to it. And yeah, she said at the very beginning, it's like they took however much undisclosed money from me and they didn't talk about it. And I was like, what the fuck? And then she said that was just the first thing, and I thought that was it. And then she said that yeah, and they also never gave the money to the Immune Deficiency Foundation from over a year ago when they were supposed to. And I was like, oh. And I even said earlier on stream when I was watching the video, before she even said either of those things, all I knew so far was that she had left VShojo. When I was reacting to the video, I said even before I learned of the money shit there, that VShojo is done. It's over. Because Iron Mouse is basically the face of VShojo. Like when you think VShojo, you think Iron Mouse. When you think Iron Mouse, you think VShojo, right? Exactly. You got it. Dude, I literally said when I was live reacting, I said this perfectly mimics the completionist situation from a year or two ago. I said verbatim, that's exactly what I said. I said this completely mimics what happened with the completionist, where they said they made this amount of money for charity and then nothing. They just didn't do anything with it. It just sat in a bank account. Now, to my knowledge, the VShojo and I guess the completionist as well, technically never like took the money and like did, you know what I mean? Like they didn't like take the money out and like use it to buy luxury yachts and stuff like that, right? However, even still, what they did was still very wrong. Just to straight up leave it sitting in the bank account for years on, like it's at that point it's like, okay, so when is the money going to go into the where it's supposed to rightfully go? It's just going to sit there for another decade? Like what is going on here? They were waiting for people to forget. Like no doubt that's what they were trying to do. Oh, so do you think like it's a thing where interesting. I never really thought about that because I didn't look like too much into the completionist thing when it happened. I just sort of got a brief overview when it was happening. But is that the angle that they were trying to go for, where they do the charity streams, they make the money, they leave it in the bank account, never give it to the charity, just pretend that they did, just leave it in there sitting for years, and then when everyone has basically forgotten about it, then they pull it out? Is that what they were trying to do? If so, that's pretty shitty, dude. And if that was what VShojo was trying to do too, that's because that's what's crazy. It's not just the charity money. Apparently, Iron Mouse said at the very beginning of her video that she said they also have not paid me, like she said an undisclosed. She didn't. I don't think she said a specific amount, but she said an undisclosed amount of money that they have not given me in a while. So it was both of those things, which is bad. I got a gut feeling that's what it is. Okay, yeah. It might be. I mean, what other reason is there? Like, genuinely, I can't wait for the corpo shit apology VShojo. Like I said it earlier when I was reacting to the video, and I've said it now. I've said it 100 times. VShojo is dead. They are I give them to the end of the season, the end of summer, before they completely are defunct and all the rest of the VShojo members become indie. Because that's it. First off, if Iron Mouse made a video saying why I left VShojo and she just was very vague and didn't say anything at all, VShojo would still be done. Because like I said, VShojo, Iron Mouse is the face of VShojo. If you lose her, you lose the company. But to have her leave and you lose her, and then to expose you for doing that, it's gone. It's done. It's over. You're not coming back from that. If Neanders is out on the streets, then that's good. I forgot Neanders was part of VShojo. It's been a long time since she left. Same with Silvervale. It's been a while since those two left. Yeah, Neanders, I got a few. I'm not the biggest fan of Neanders either. But I do like Iron Mouse. I got to see Iron Mouse when I went to Anime Boston a few months ago. I went to her panel, which was pretty fun. She's very nice. She's a grifter. Yeah, no, I know how like she started out her career and then how she did a 180 once she got big enough, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of scummy. No, she definitely is a kind of the epitome of that. But at the end of the day, I just don't even care about her anymore. I don't even know what the hell she's doing anymore. I've not heard the name Neanders in like years. But regardless, yeah. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about the ad thing. I need to maybe turn. Can I? No, I can't do that right now. It's Niji Sanji trendy now. Yo, Niji Sanji is now trendy because of this. Because people are like comparing the situation. Jeez, dude, jeez. Yeah, shit is crazy. I'll mention something when the ads are done. Damn, dude. Crazy shit. Can I? I'm gonna snooze ads. Here. Should work. I don't know. I think it worked. I clicked snooze ads. I have no idea if snooze ads works. Snooze ads. I make a whole like 2 cents off of that. What the hell? I should not snooze the ads. I make a whole 2 cents off that. On every stream, I make 2 cents. I'm back. All I said was, yeah, I've not heard the name Neanders in a long ass time. I don't really care much of what she's doing anymore. She's a fucking grifter. But I will say that I just clicked on Twitter again, and Niji Sanji is now trending because people are comparing Niji Sanji to V Shoujo. Once you get to that point, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so over. But yeah, no, I like Iron Mouse. I think I mentioned, I said before the ads, is I got to see Iron Mouse, well, got to see her. I got to see her do a panel at Anime Boston with her and that Nags guy that does like those streams with like Chibi Doki and stuff, and they were cool. I like Iron Mouse. She's pretty cool. I don't watch her all the time, but I have no qualms with her. She's awesome. But to have that whole shit going down is pretty bad. I also mentioned Funky Rod. I wanted your opinion on this. Oh, you watch Grifter Doki? Hey, dude. Whoa. Okay, listen. I know about the thing about the thing about the thing, the whole like loli shit and other stuff like that, and how she kind of, but she's kind of funny. And I mostly try to imitate, or not imitate, but I look at her because she's successful enough. I look at her, her shorts and stuff like that. I don't really like Neanners that much, but I don't have too much qualms with Chibi Doki, even if there are some questionable things here and there. But what's the other thing I was gonna say? I was gonna say that but with Iron Mouse, I do like Iron Mouse, and I do like the others that are, not all the others actually in V Shoujo, but I like some of the others like Henya and whatnot. But oh yeah, this is what I was gonna ask. I was gonna say, Funky Rat. I pretty much like got my initial reaction to the whole thing happening right now with the Iron Mouse situation on stream. Like, I didn't know that happened, and I clicked on Twitter and I saw the whole thing, and I live reacted to the damn video. And I know there's like those types of streamers or YouTubers that they'll basically upload videos of them like reacting to shit like that and giving their opinion about it and stuff like that. I was wondering if I should after stream literally just quickly edit out that part of the stream and just upload it to my YouTube. But then again, it's like probably just gonna get a bunch of people being like, I didn't subscribe to this, I want my Smiling Friends animations or some shit. So I don't know. But yeah, it's over. It's unironically over. I also mentioned earlier when I was watching that too, it's like I said that the years of 2020 to 2023 were the years of the corpo, but the years of 2024 to especially 2025 is the year of the indie. Do it, make it heavily edited, and make it not serious. How would I make it not serious? I don't know how I do that. Yeah, but I have to like hit by the iron is hot. The Iron Mouse. That makes it sound like such a grifting asshole. I'm not trying to be like that. No, I'm just thinking about YouTuber brain. It's the fucked up situation. I'm just thinking of my YouTuber brain. I could make it a YT short, like just because how long can you make YouTube shorts? Like 30 minutes? I could just take 3 minutes of the parts that I was talking about and do that potentially. Because I think I actually had quite a lot to say about it, honestly. I spent like a good 30 minutes talking about the situation. I kept pausing the video and talking about it. Because I had a lot to say about it. I mentioned that I think that it's a net positive for so many of these VTubers to be leaving these corporations. They don't have to be in these corporations. Especially something like V Shoujo, it's like, what do they actually do for them besides just take a cut of their pay? You know, like, okay, you can argue, sponsorships and stuff like that, but you really don't need a corporation for that. How many YouTubers do it just by themselves? Or like, at max, maybe you can get like a manager for yourself if it's really too much of a burden, but you do not need to be part of this massive corporation that's not really doing anything for you, and then just taking a massive pay cut. And then not only that, now that we know, not only doing that, but also just withholding a bunch of your money. I do feel bad for Henya, dude. Henya, oh man, going from fucking VOMs and then now this whole fucking thing. It's like, what the hell, dude? Henya's so great. I like Henya. I love Henya. But yeah, I don't know what she's gonna, because like I said, V Shoujo is going to be defunct by the end of the summer, so all of them are gonna have to move on from V Shoujo very soon. There's just no way. It's not a Niji Sanji situation in the sense of like even though Niji Sanji is kind of dead in the West, they were able to still, you know, keep doing what they're doing because of the fact that, you know, they still have their JP side that's massive, that doesn't give a shit about what was happening with the EN side. And there's also still plenty of, like, you know, the fucking die-hard Niji Sanji sisters that exist for the EN side. However, for V Shoujo, you don't have that. You don't have you do have a JP side technically, but they're not super big by any means. And this is it. This is the EN side. So you lose this, and you lose it in this sort of way, where you get caught out for, you know, embezzling funds, basically. And it's like, you can't come back from it. It's over. And it's going to be over very, very soon. Meaning that the others are going to have to jump ship. V Shoujo is just one branch. To my knowledge, V Shoujo has a Japanese side as well, but that came after the fact, and it's not super big. I mean, when you think about it, you don't even think about a JP side to V Shoujo. That just doesn't even pop into your head. But if I'm not mistaken, they do have a JP side, but it's not very big, and it came well after the fact, right? Like EN, you know, Project Melody, Iron Mouse, all those, you know, Silver Veil, all the others, they were the first ones. And then later on, when V Shoujo was finding more success, they were like, why don't we branch off to do a JP side? I hope I'm not speaking out of my ass. I'm pretty sure they have a JP side. This is embarrassing if I'm misremembering. But what I'm trying to say is the JP side is not big. It's not big by any stretch of the imagination. EN side, this is V Shoujo here, and if they lose, now they've lost all their goodwill with this whole situation. They can't come back from it, as opposed to Niji Sanji, where Niji Sanji still has their massive JP branch that who don't give a shit about the EN side, so they can still completely chug along as if nothing with the Solen stuff happened last year. But they can't do that with V Shoujo. They just can't. They can't ignore this. It's kind of done. So, yeah. Well.
Make this one run to the...
Yeah, oh, sorry. Mom came into the room to grab some coin thingies. You know this coin, when you want to, the coin wrappers? I just wanted to mute myself. Because you guys don't need to hear my mother. Anyways, yeah, I just kind of keep repeating myself, but yeah, V Shoujo's done. Anyways, like you said, Funky Rat, I think what I'll do after stream is right away I'll probably just make a short of the entire situation really quickly. And then maybe if the short does well, maybe I might just edit the video itself into a quick little video that I'll just upload to my YouTube or maybe Twitter or something like that. I don't know. A part of me doesn't want to be like that asshole that's like trying to grift off of a terrible situation like this, but I am just trying to, I want to just like make my opinion known is all. But yeah. I mean, we see like right now too with Saba, Doobie, Nimi, you don't need a Corpos anymore. And people will argue, well, sure, but they started off Corpo, which is how they got their big start. And to a certain extent, you're correct. But we see more and more day and day big VTubers that never even went Corpo that are making it big, you know? And even the ones that still are in the Corpo, I can guarantee you most of them, if they just play their cards right, they could leave and still be just as big. They really don't need the Corpos anymore. 2025, man. 2025 is the year of the indie VTuber. I've said that again, and I will keep on saying it because it rings true, especially after last year. You know, 2025 is the year of the indie VTuber. And that's not just cope, because I never managed to get into a Corpo. But yeah. Anyways. Anyways, what time is it? I've been in stream for 2.5 hours. Oh, hey, you know what, Funky Rot? I don't know if you're still in stream, but you can see at the top left, I have a progress to live 2D model. Look at that. It says 25%. And that's because, here, look at this, look at this. Bada bing, bada boom. Got my VTuber model. You can see this guy over there. I'm kind of copying a little bit because I like the face, but whoa, look at this. Yeah, and I've got the face sort of done. I even did the mouth, which let me find I have so many layers here. So I have the mouth as well, kind of fixed. And I had to do a bunch of I'm trying to make this as like bouncy and like as smooth as possible. So I have even the mouth, if I open up my layer for inner mouth, there's like 10 layers in here. So I have like inner mouth, which is the entire thing, but then I have the shading of the back mouth. I have the uvula, the tongue, I have the teeth that are in the back, but only the very back teeth. Then these ones, then the ones in the top, these ones, then the front and the back. I just have so many. Same with the eye. The eyes they look so simple, but I think I literally have like 15 different layers for the entire eye. Just so that when I go throw it into the live 2D thing, which I just downloaded yesterday, so I'm really excited to get into that. It will actually be able to move really well instead of just being completely stiff. So I'm really excited. I gave like myself a due date I'm trying to get this done by like August 8th, I think, because this actually only took me like a single day to finish this part. And I started working later into the day too. So I think I can get some parts of this done pretty quickly. It's just the moving parts at the live 2D that'll be maybe take a little while to do. But oh, my mom opened it. But what was I gonna say? Also I have to do the toggleable stuff, so like the eye patch, the hat. But also I want to get this done by August 8th because I submitted this thing. There was some VTuber group that was doing this chess tournament on August 9th, and they said any size VTubers, any skill level of chess can join. So I was like, oh, I'll throw my hat in the ring. So I don't know if I'll be invited to join that thing, but if I do, it'd be neat if I could have this done in time for it. And I can network with some people and get to know more VTubers, at least around my size, and it'll be kind of fun and cool. Yay! But that's where I'm at with that. I really like how it's looking so far. I'm actually genuinely surprised at how good I've managed to make it look so far. I don't know how I did it. But yes, finally we're getting somewhere with it. So right now I put it at 25% progression, but I think very, very soon, I think in a week and a half, it can be at 50%. And 50% would indicate that I'm done with the illustration, and the only thing left would be the other 50%, which is the rigging. Yes, sir. We're almost there. We're finally going to be a real full-fledged VTuber. I won't have this dumb little ToonTuber thing anymore. Finally. Took a while, huh? And it's also so nice that I don't have to pay $5,000 for that too. I'm doing it all myself, so it costs me nothing, which is so nice. Not to say that VTubers models shouldn't cost that much. They should, because it's a lot of work. I'm just saying that I don't have that money, nor that time, because it would also take a while too to wait for someone to finish that commission. But certainly the biggest part is I don't have that kind of money. So I'm glad that I have the art expertise to actually be able to do my own thing. I almost considered commissioning someone for a little artwork of you know, like the Twitch panels, like when you scroll down on someone's Twitch page and you'll go down and see like their about and stuff like that, which mine is very old and I need to change that. I was thinking of maybe commissioning someone just for a little bit of artwork for that, but honestly, it's not worth waiting for someone to do the commission and also paying it. I can totally just do it myself. It's more work, sure, but I'm leaning towards just doing that part myself too. I think literally everything is just going to be my own shit, my own design. Alright, anyways, you know what, should I end? Do you think I should Funky Rat, you know what, should I end stream right now, or should I go for like another 15-20 minutes and finish at least this frame. Give me the directive. Finish the frame. Okay, I will finish this frame. So that'll be like another 20 minutes. I'll finish this frame, and then afterwards, I'm gonna quickly make that little VShoujo short maybe, and upload it to YouTube. Maybe upload it to Twitter, just to get my opinion about that known. And then I'll pretty much work on this and the hair. The hair is the next thing I'm gonna spend the rest of the day on for the VTuber model. But I am excited for that thing to finally... Dude, I've been waiting so long because I want to play some of these like horror games on stream, but I feel like you don't get a lot with expression when it's just my happy little smile face with the ToonTuber if I'm playing a horror game. But if I really rig the model like really well, I'd have expressions of like scared and stuff like that. Oh, it looks so good if I do play games like that. And make for actually decent looking shorts as well. I bet you there's definitely people that see my shorts on YouTube and probably just skip over it simply because of the ToonTuber. I bet you there's at least a few people that have done that. So I want to make sure that I actually have something of an actual VTuber, because I keep writing like hashtag VTuber on those shorts, but it's like, well, yes, it's not like the cool VTuber models that people are akin to always seeing. And they'll be like, I don't want to see this, and then they'll scroll past. I also have to do more work figuring out how to get my shorts and TikToks to explode more. Because on YouTube Shorts, they mostly do around 1 to 2K views, which is not bad-ish, but it could be more. And on TikTok, I have no idea what to do with that. Usually it gets like 200 views. Don't. That's partly why I was gonna make the VShoujo thing, because I bet that, especially right now, because it's literally just dropped, it's a hot topic, I bet if I did that, it would get some amount of views. Is that bad? Is that bad when I think of when I go YouTuber brain like that? I don't think that's terrible. There's so many that do that. It's not like I'm disregarding anything of the shit that's going on. It's very bad. What VTuber corpos are even left, man? There really isn't, like, there's Hololive? Okay, great. There's Niji Sanji, but it's basically dead in the West. We have FaZe Connect. FaZe Connect keeps growing. It's fine to indulge. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't ever want to become like a drama tuber. You know, I've seen those types. I don't want to ever become like that. I want to mostly just keep my shit, you know, drama free, and not like, I post 5 videos a day of me reacting to the latest drama in the VTuber sphere. It's like, that's worthless content. This is the only time where I'm considering it, because I just happened to get my live reaction to the thing on stream, and it's with the biggest VTuber in the West. So that's the only time where I'm like, maybe. Especially considering I literally had my reaction to it on stream. But I'll see. I don't know. I don't want to be an asshole about it. This would be probably the only time I ever do it. But yeah, I was saying, like, I don't think there's any there's really not many VTuber corpos left, right? Like, viable ones at least. There's Hololive, there's Niji Sanji, but it's like I said, it's kind of dead in the West after the whole Solen thing. And then there's FaZe Connect. FaZe Connect is actually still doing pretty good. FaZe Connect is surprisingly still like growing. I'd say they're doing fairly well for themselves, from what I can see. You know, you never know what's going on in the background, clearly. But yeah, FaZe Connect. VShoujo is dead now. Idol has been dead for a while after the Brave acquisition. Now they're not even called Idol anymore. They're called Chroma Shift. There really aren't. I can't think of anything else besides Niji Sanji, Hololive, and FaZe Connect in terms of big corpos that are like actually not dead, or like barely surviving. Like, I really can't think of any. I think it's really only just those 3. which is kind of crazy. Damn, that's crazy to think about. Holy crap. Guys, I should make my own VTuber agency. Don't you think that would be so smart? I should make my own VTuber agency and just like steal all their money and just provide nothing in return. Yeah, that would be a wise decision. My trending. I keep going to Twitter. It's like so bad. So bad. It's just these shoujo terms everywhere. It's like, oh gosh, they're done, dude. It's over. I don't even understand why they do that. Like, I don't... Do they think they're not going to get caught? Like, it's... I don't... I guess so. I guess that must be their reasoning, is they think they're not going to get caught. But time and time again, they do. Like, why is it so hard to just give the money to the charity? And then not only that, but just give the money to... You're already probably taking a good amount from her, right? In terms of, like, just being part of the company. You get your cut. So why are you not even giving her the full thing? It just doesn't make sense to me, you know? It's like, why do they think they're not going to get caught for this shit? Because they always end up getting caught eventually. And then, boom, you just ruined your reputation. You ruined the company. It's over. It's just baffling. Baffling. Baffling, I say. But, that's it. That's all there is. That's all there is to it, I guess. Oh, you know what's another one? It's not as big. I guess I was thinking first stage production. First stage production is, from what I can see, going okay so far. But, I don't know. I wonder what, like, the average... You know how, like, grocery stores have, like, a profit margin of, like, 2% or something very small like that? I wonder what the profit margins are for VTuber corporations. Like, how much they actually take away. Because some of these corpos, I'm assuming they take away very, very little. So little, in fact, that most of them just eventually fizzle out and burn and crash to the ground. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember seeing that VTuber corpos like Hololive, the most money that they make is from sponsorship stuff, like doing collaborations like that, sponsorship stuff, and like merchandise. Like YouTube stuff, like YouTube memberships and stuff like that is actually not a big cut for the company. If I'm remembering that correctly, I could be dead wrong, but I remember because they're a public company now, that they did release that information at one point recently. And I believe that was what it was. I believe that the biggest moneymaker for the corpo, at least, is collaborations and sponsorships. So like when you walk into like a Lawson's in Japan, and you see like VTuber, Hololive, candy stuff, which I did actually see when I was there. I remember walking to a Lawson's and I saw this kind of like, I think it was some chocolate thing, and it had like Subaru on it from Hololive JP. I was like, whoa. And that's just one of the things. There's plenty of other stuff. So I guess it makes sense that that would be probably their biggest moneymaker. Stuff like that. But that's the thing. It's like, I don't... What desire... does like VShojo have that much with that? I don't know. I guess their way of making money is just taking it from charity. Oh no, dude. It's bad. That's not good. That's a big no-no. How much more do I have to do with this? Dude, I meant to finish this project a long-ass time ago, but other stuff got in the way. Commissions, the live 2D model, the other videos I was throwing up on my YouTube, just other streams in general. So, and also the vacation I had for like 5 days. So, whoopsies. This did not mean to take over a month to finish. Ha! Hopefully the next project that I do of similar caliber does not take too long. I'm gonna try my best to not make it take too long. Also, I wonder, I don't know, Funky Rod, if you're still here, but I was wondering, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because right now, so far, I'm showing off, like, my live 2D model as I'm creating it, but, after I probably finish the hair, I'll probably stop showing work in progresses for the time being, so that maybe, like, the final product can be somewhat of a surprise. But I was wondering, you know, people do debut streams, but I'm so small of a VTuber, of a streamer, that it seems like counterproductive to, at the end of me finishing my live 2D model, to do a debut stream. So I just wondered to myself, it's like, should I even make this like a grand spectacle, or should I just be like, guys, I'm streaming this dumb game today, but my VTuber model is done, so you can come and see. And then it's just something as like nonchalant as that. I'm assuming that's probably the angle I'll go for, 'cause I doubt within the next 3 weeks I'm somehow gonna get enough eyes on me to, to really warrant a VTuber model debut stream. But I don't know. That's probably the angle I'll go for. It's just streaming like a normal ass stream and just having the thing ready so that when people join they can see the new model, which I think is fine. I mean, you know, if, I'm trying to grow, but it doesn't need to be with like something like that. You can do something based off of those plastic beach videos where they show off the live model of the island, make it like mysterious, like a ghost ship thingy. Oh, okay. They show off the live model of the island. Interesting. You have to show me some more so I get a better idea. But it was on my mind for a little while. So this was a other VTuber that followed me. I didn't get to watch her thing. She's a smaller one, but I think she has more than me, certainly. It's like Smarty Pants, I think her name was. I just noticed her because she followed me on Twitch and on Twitter. But she recently, like 2 days ago or something, had a brand new model, and she did a sort of a re-debut stream of that. I was like, maybe. That's another thing too, is that I'm a VTuber, sure, but I don't like necessarily do the same type of shit that I don't want to have to, you know, I'm not trying to follow the exact same model of every VTuber. It's like, okay, you have to do a debut stream, and you have to do these types of videos, and you have to do this type of shit as a VTuber. It's like don't have to adhere to every single thing that VTubers are typically known for doing. Oops. But we'll see. I think I'm still like 3 weeks out from that thing being finished anyways. And that's only a small part. Well, okay, I should not say it's a small part. It is a very big part of it. But I'm saying that I still have a lot of other work that I would have to do. Like I still need to create so much more artwork for my live streams and stuff, because it's still very barren on my Twitch and whatnot have you. Ugh. Dude, my Instagram reels are fucking crazy. I've got this song recently stuck in my head. It's like this Australian song. It's called like Down Under or some shit. I see it on Instagram reels so often now. It makes me laugh. It's stuck in my head now. I think what I was talking about are the plastic beach incidents. What? Wait. You mean like the... I search up Plastic Beach and I get the or like the fucking gorillas. Oh, indents. Wait, Plastic Beach. Oh, it is the gorillas thing. Oh. I forgot that was the name of that fucking album. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Huh. Oh. Never watched the actual videos for this. I only listened to some of the music on that album. Alright, I'll look. The shorts they made. For promo of the album. I see. Okay. Now I get it. Okay. Thank you. Alright, I'll look into that. Yeah. That might actually be not a bad idea. To make stuff like almost like hyping it up in the meantime. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Damn, I haven't listened to Gorillaz in a long ass time. I used to be more into the Gorillaz in high school, and then it kind of fell off a bit. I remember, what was the one that the album that they came back with when I was in high school? The one with like Saturn, Mars, and whatnot. I forgot the fucking name. I remember that. Now I just watch or listen to fucking Vocaloid and J-pop and anime openings. Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, that was with Humans. Yeah. I did like that one, the song with Jack Black in it. I did like that one. That one's a pretty good one still. I quite like that one. I remember listening to that one quite a bit during this summer of 2018. But some of the other stuff I was like, whatever. The Now is good though. Maybe I'll give it a listen. I like. I think for the most part, I like most of their older stuff. Like I like Dare. I like, of course, everyone likes the. Why can't I remember the name of the song? My mind is so broken right now. You know, the most iconic Gorillaz song. That one. The windmill. Yeah, that one. I like that one. I like what was the Clint Eastwood, whatever the fuck it's called. Like those ones are all classics of the Gorillaz. I like those. Sorry, yeah, Feel Good Inc. Damn, dude. See, that's how you know my brain is rotting. I couldn't remember the name of the damn song. That's yeah. Which was a good album. Yeah, Demon Days is a good one. I don't know. Some of the other stuff is okay. Some of the other stuff is meh. Then they have stuff like Demon Days, which is like actually really good. But I like the ones like which was the one from 2018 with Jack Black. That one's good. That was also funny because the music video had the one of the villains from Powerpuff Girls. I kind of find that funny that he's just canonical in the Gorillaz universe, but also canonical, of course, in the Powerpuff Girls universe. I don't know what the hell that was, but I kind of find that funny. He does fit in perfectly. Funny enough, he does fit in quite perfectly. Like you see him on the music video, and you don't like really do much of a double take at first. If you didn't know, if you never watched Powerpuff Girls growing up, then you wouldn't do a double take at all. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's just a character. Right on track. Oh yeah, Ace was the stand-in while Murdoch was in. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, they had. I do appreciate that. That they kind of have like lore to Gorillaz, which is kind of cool. There was like some of the first ones to kind of do stuff like that, you know, before Hatsune Miku, right? Well, Hatsune Miku doesn't even have. Well, they weren't like the first. I guess if you really think about it, there was like the Archies and the Josie and the Pussycats. They were kind of like the first ones to do that sort of deal of like an animated band. But I do feel like Gorillaz took it to another level with it, and which I really think is cool. But yeah, I completely forgot that there was like a lore about him being like in prison or some shit at that time. On track. I straight up did not put on my lo-fi hip-hop after watching that V Shoujo video. Whoops. I mentioned that I didn't put it on like 20 times and then I just didn't do it. Teehee. Whatever. Stream is basically over. I think I finished this frame. See how long it takes to do animation, guys? Said one more frame like 20 minutes ago. It took 20 minutes to do like just one frame. I think that's there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for now. For this stream. I think now I'm gonna just drink some more coffee. I'll upload the short of the VShojo thing. Work on the hair for the rest of the day, I think, on my VTuber model, and try to get more of the Doki Bird done. Maybe try to finish it tonight. We'll see. And that's gonna do it, I think, for this stream. So thanks for sticking around. I always appreciate you guys coming in. I'm gonna do my best to stream at 2 p.m. EST 5 days a week. It can sometimes be a little bit difficult because I share a room with my brother and sometimes he's not awake at 2 p.m. But even still, I'll do my best to stream consistently at those times, so it's not such a surprise when I stream. It's not all over the place. You guys will have like at least a good idea of like, oh, it's 2 p.m. EST. Snow Pirate's probably streaming, and I should be. But anyways, that's gonna do it. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye bye.